participants. So, uh, can you see my screen? Please give a thumbs up or respond in the chat box. Can you see the screen? Yeah. Okay. All right. So let me make the screen as full screen and let's start the topic. Just a minute. All right, so let me make the screen as full screen and let's get on with the topic. The topic which we have selected for today's session is uh, AI Unleashed Transforming Businesses for Tomorrow. Okay. So now you must be thinking that AI is a very common word these days, and it is being used all over the world, in fact. So, how it can help businesses and what are the trends for the future businesses? So, in today's lecture, we will be talking about opportunities, challenges, and what are the way forward, how we can see AI is going to help businesses in the coming years, right? So, let me introduce myself. I am Dr. Ishtiyaq Ahmed from UPS Online. I have around 22 years of experience in computer science, and I specialize in AI ML and data science. So now let's get on with the topic. So why we are talking about AI? In order to understand AI, let me take you back to five industrial revolutions. So how these things in fact is started. Okay. So we had industry 1.0, which started in 1760s, right? And it was basically what it was basically mechanization of the tools. We had power in the form of steam, right? Steam engine came into existence, and thereafter industrialization took place. After around 100 years, we had electricity produced. And it changed the way Industry 1.0, the earlier industry, was like looking at them. So we had in 1870s, we had mass production because of the electricity. And we call that era as Industry 2.0. All right. Industry 3.0 is a very recent phenomena. It came into 1969 onward when we had this computer technologies and electronic technologies coming into existence. And they changed how industry performed, right? After 2004, we saw that not only computers but cyber physical systems came into existence. Cyber physical system, that is the not necessarily the system was present in physical form, but we were accessing the systems through the internet, right? So that was industry 4.0. And now coming forward, we are slowly transitioning towards industry 5.0, where we'll be having mass customization. So like uh, the system will not be generalized, which suits everybody. It would be like customized, tailor made for a particular person, personalized. You can see it's already happening. We'll discuss these things. And cognitive systems will be there. One very common example which you can see is like the YouTube page of me will differ from YouTube page of each of you. Why? Because it's customized according to the videos I watch. Okay. Maybe the YouTube video page of kids will differ because it has been customized because what they have been watching more cartoon movies, more suggestions of gaming videos will be there. In case of me, maybe more lecture videos will be there. It depends upon people, person, right? So this is what is going to take place in future. Mass customization, almost everything will be customized. All right. So here we are talking about AI. So AI is basically what AI is. We all know artificial intelligence. It is the capability of machines to simulate human intelligence. All right. And it enables them to perform tasks like learning, reasoning, problem solving, decision making. One common example is Netflix. Now you will say how Netflix is AI systems. Now, Netflix is AI system because it takes into account what kind of movies I am watching. Okay, all the data of my watching list has been processed, and on the basis of that data, it further recommends movies to me. Like maybe it knows that okay, Dr. Ishtiaq likes to watch maybe documentaries, maybe comedy movies, and maybe thriller. So most probably the next recommendation will be either a documentary or a thriller or a comedy movie, something that kind of, right. So it analyzes, it learns from the uh, earlier task, earlier decision make what I have made on that platform and uses that data to suggest something, right? So this is what is AI. AI is has the capability of machines to simulate human intelligence. Now this is what humans used to do. We used to analyze the data and we used to suggest like, okay, this can happen, right? So uh, this is AI. All right. So now let's talk about evolution of AI. Is AI a new thing? No. In fact, AI was coined in 1956 by John McCarthy in one of the conferences. So it was born way back in 1956. So why we are we are talking about AI expansion and AI taking over the world now, if it has been in this world for last so many years? It is because of the reason that earlier we concentrated on the hardware nature of AI. We talked about we thought about robotics and how robots will behave. We never concentrated on the software part of it, right? So it was only in 1990s that people start talking about implementing it on the software side instead of being concentrating only on the hardware side, right? And that made a great change. So another milestone, big milestone, in fact, you can say was 1997 when IBM machine uh, named Deep Blue. It defeated the chess champion of that time, Gary Kasparov, right? So that time it was thought that it's a big achievement as machines can beat human intelligence. And another milestone which we can say has changed the world is from 2010 onwards, we see that AI has been getting integrated into the business processes. Right? All the small businesses, big businesses are now trying to have AI incorporated, integrate into their system. Right? So, why AI matters for business? Number one, it is going to have a competitive advantage. All right. Number two, you will be getting a lot of insights from the data. We know that data is all around. So in fact, we don't talk about data these days. We say big data because in GVs, TVs, a lot of data is there. So like even if we are attending this lecture, right, webinar, what is happening? There's a lot of data. What kind of data? Like how many slides I have, how many learners have joined this session, what will be the duration of the lecture. You can have infinite number of data. How many people have responded in the chat box, how many people have said good morning or something like that. You can have number of data, right? So these days we have data, and from that data we can derive insights. Okay, like who are the people who joined early, who are the people who will be joining late, any kind of insights we can get. Who are the people who are active, like responding to messages in the chat box, right? So data is all around us. All we need is to process that data, analyze that data, and then we can do what we can take decisions accordingly on the basis of the insights gained by data, right? Uh, Now, I'll just differentiate the two words, sight and insight. You must be knowing. Sight is what? Which we can see. Like you can see me in this webinar through the screen. Insight is what? Insight is something which we analyze some data and then find a way out. Okay. So humans are generally doing it. Insight. How do we get insight? With our thinking ability, right? We take out we look what is there in the environment, we process the data, find out the things, and then we get some insight. So that insight can be gained from uh, big data by computer science, and that is artificial intelligence. Also, AI matters for business because we see that these days we have automation of routine tasks. So now it has been realized that the smaller tasks, the tasks which do not require a lot of thinking or maybe repetitive kind of thing, similar tasks again and again, again and again. So that kind of task, which is repetitive or maybe which doesn't require a lot of critical thinking, that can be taken care of by computer systems. So automation of routine tasks are there, and that is why AI evolution is there. Now, after having understood AI, okay, we know that AI equips computers with the kind of knowledge humans generally have. AI is, you can say, a subset of computer science, but we have further many subsets which are there inside the, you can say, the AI circle, which you can see on the screen, right? So that is machine learning, deep learning, and generative AI. All right. So what is machine learning? Machine learning is a subset of AI that uses advanced algorithms to detect patterns in the data. Now, machine learning differs from traditional programming language because in traditional programming language, we were suggesting what has to be done. All right. Like if this is the case, then do this. If this is the case, then do something else. So this was how traditional programming was being done. All right. But machine learning is different from traditional programming because we are not telling the computers how to behave, but we are in fact giving the data to the computer system. And then the computer system is trying to analyze the whole thing, and it tries to find the patterns in the data. On the basis of the on the basis of the patterns analyzed, it then takes some decisions. Okay, like if this is the pattern, then I have to do this. This is the pattern, I have to do that, and so on, right? So machine learning is different from the traditional programming. All right. So further moving on, we go to the next level or the next subset of machine learning, and that is deep learning. Okay. Now, deep learning is what? Deep learning is a further subset of machine learning which uses a kind of network which is similar to what humans have in brain. So you know you must have read about neural networks in schools and how our brain is organized. Like our brain is made up of neurons which are connected with the help of dendrites. All right, you must have remembered. So this neuron structure we have drawn in schools. So in fact, the layers of computers, the in deep learning is also made on the similar lines. So we have number of input layers and number of intermediate layers and then the output layers. And the message is passed down upon from one layer to another layer. Then the output of the another layer becomes the input of the next layer and so on. And finally we get the output. Number of layers are there. As we know that it happens in the brain, we have number of layers. We have synapse, which is passing on from one neuron to the other, right? So deep learning is basically used for complicated programs. So which is like maybe a high image kind of thing, voice kind of thing. These are the areas where deep learning is used. Okay. Further, we have seen the recent last few years that there's a new subset of in fact, AI, the further subset of deep learning, which is known as generative AI. Okay. Now, generative AI is a subset of deep learning, which is capable of generating content in the form of like text, maybe images, maybe codes, maybe videos also, and it is generating on the basis of the inputs we are giving, and that input is called generally prompt. So you all know that these days we are giving prompts to the system, and the prompt on the basis of the prompt the system is responding. It is creating something new, which maybe it hasn't learned. It is analyzing the data from the past knowledge and it is creating something which is maybe is not existing also, right? So that is generative AI. It is generating some new content. So it is a mixture of what we call as the supervised and unsupervised learning. We can divide machine learning into supervised learning, unsupervised learning, and reinforcement learning. So I'm not going into so much detail at all. Otherwise, the details will be too technical. So let's move on to generative AI segments. Okay. So what is generative AI? The whole world is talking about generative AI, ChatGPT. We have number of engines like Gemini, even like Elon Musk has also started a new generative AI engine, right? All the big companies are coming into this field. So what it does, it takes a step forward and creates content from scratch. The content is not there, but it is creating something new. All right. So it is creating some new content from the scratch, and it is capable of generating novel data. Right? And that data can be in the form of images, text, videos, music, and you have seen that singers who have died long way back are you can see you can hear them sing again. Like we have seen songs of Kishore Kumar and Mohammed Rafi. They have passed on a lot of years back, but because of the generative AI, what the machine algorithms have done, they have been trained that okay, this is the singing style of Mohammed Rafi, this is the singing style of Kishore Kumar, and no, this is the new song. If Mohammed Rafi or Kishore Kumar would have sung, how they would have sung. Now the AI is generating music, learning how they used to sing and the kind of new song we have. So it does not rely, this generative AI doesn't rely on the predefined rule and patterns. So what it does, it in fact learns from the things and creates something new. So it uses what we have seen in the last slide, that it's a subset of DL, okay, deep learning. So generative AI uses deep learning techniques and relies on fast data. Okay, it is all happening because of the data. Now, if we are not training the system with the old songs of Mohammed Rafi or Kishore Kumar, then how it will create new songs for Kishore Kumar and Mohammed Rafi? It will not do that, right? So it needs a lot of data to be trained on. And on the basis of that training, it can create something from the scratch. Okay. So it uses large language models, which is also known as LLMs in short, and it generates human-like content. Okay. So these are some popular generative AI tools. Some of them you already know, like ChatGPT. Now, ChatGPT can be used for text generation. Gemini can also be used for that. Jasper is again a very good example which is used for that. When we talk about image generation tools, right? So we have things like DALL-E, we have Midjourney, we have Adobe Firefly. These are some of the very popular tools which is being used for image generation. When it comes to audio and video generation tools, we have Synthesia, Descript, and Runaway. These are the popular tools for audio and video generation. Apart from that, we have a number of other tools, right? When it comes to code generation, we see that the GitHub Copilot or ChatGPT or Amazon Code Whisper, they also like generate good kind of codes, right? So these are the popular generative AI tools which we maybe most of you have used, and there are some other tools as well which are very popular, and I've not included everything. So now let's try to analyze how this AI can be used in different domains of the businesses. Like, can it be used for marketing purpose? Can it be used for human resource? Can it be used for finance? Can it be used for logistics, etc. etc. Okay. So let's talk about what we feel that it is being used mostly in marketing applications, right? So marketing applications, how it can be used? Number one, it can be used for predictive analytics for customer behavior. Now, how? Let me give you an example. Suppose uh, a shop maybe has data of all the people who have done any kind of transaction in that shop for the last 1 year. Okay. Now that data can be passed on to AI system, and then AI system can analyze like, okay, who are the customers who are like regular throughout the year? They buy every now and then. Who are the customers who generally come to the shop only during maybe sales? Who are the customers who generally come to shop only during festive seasons, like maybe Diwali, or maybe Holi, or something like that, festive seasons? Okay. So we can categorize the data. We can form clusters, different clusters, right? And then what is the advantage of that? The advantage is that maybe we have 50,000 customers who have turned into that shop throughout the year, but we have categorized the customers, and now we know that, okay, uh, when no sale is there, no festive season is there, like a lean period, that time, the customers who generally come throughout the year, who shop throughout the year, they can be targeted. They can be like sent emails, or they can be like called upon, and they can be told that, okay, so we have, yeah, madam, we have some new collections coming up. Please come to our shop and see that. Okay. During festive season, all those people who generally shop during festive season, they can be targeted, right? So we have done what? We have categorized the customer behavior. Okay. We have categorized the customer behavior, and then it is being used for marketing. So this is predictive analytics, which can be used by AI system very easily. Next, personalization. We have already talked about personalization. We have seen also like examples, not only Netflix or YouTube, we have seen that in Amazon as well. What happens in Amazon? If you have searched uh, any of the items on Amazon website, and even if you have not purchased it, next time when you visit that, you will be given suggestions that, okay, you can buy this. This is for such and such cost. And even if we buy, we are given something which is similar to that item, yes, related to that item list uh, below, right? So it's what it's personalization, because they know that, okay, if I have bought something, some electronics, maybe some phone, then what are the things related with phone? Maybe I am going to buy some headset or earphones or something like that, maybe cover, right? Maybe phone stand. So they give they have this personalization of the marketing, right? On the basis of what? On the basis of the data they have. Okay. Another example, very common example, is like example of chatbots. So these days we find that chatbots are doing a lot of marketing. They are having the customer engagement. Okay, and customer are basically they interact with the chatbots and they gather data, and then they direct to the humans for further processing, right? So when they have gathered all the data, then they can redirect it to the concerned person for further execution. So in that way, we are saving our cost also. We are not employing so much customer services agents as we used to have earlier. Well, the common example is Amazon, which we have seen over the years that they are doing what? They are personalizing the product recommendation, right? Amazon, Flipkart, uh, YouTube, they all have been personalizing these applications. Okay, now finance. Now, how many of you, to let me have a question, how many of you think that the most application of AI is in marketing? And how many of you think that it's not marketing, maybe some other uh, divisions of applications, business applications as well? Any guesses? You can just type in your answers. What do you think? Most applications of AI is in marketing or maybe in some other domain? Just take a guess. You can type in your message in the uh, okay. Papidas says yes, that is marketing. Okay. Anybody else? All right. So yes, we do have a lot of tools, AI tools in marketing, but you'll be surprised to know that most of the AI tools these days are uh, working in finance application. So this is something which we don't understand. In fact, all the finance applications these days are having integration of AI. They want, because finance is where money is, right? They don't want their money uh, to be wasted, and they want their money to be secured as well, right? So almost all the financial applications are getting the AI tool. And in fact, it is suggested if the trend is continued, we'll have the most AI tool applications in finance very soon. So, what are the application areas? The application areas are like, for example, excuse me, fraud detection. So, what happens in fraud detection? That if it is any kind of like you see uh, any kind of uh, tools or machines which has some transactions. So if there's a intelligent system which can prevent any kind of fraud in that transaction, so that is fraud detection system. So you let me give you some examples. Like there are many credit card companies, okay, many financial institutions like PayPal. They're having what? They're having a fraud detection AI systems. They detect when that the number maybe which the person is entering is a num is the credit card of uh, a card which has been blocked, or maybe it's suspicious. So they do what? They flag that card and they have uh, that transaction blocked. So even in algorithmic trading, we see that AI tools is coming. Algorithmic trading is what? We know that trading happens in NSE, BSE, okay, Nasdaq, coming all. So in fact, there are tools which suggest that, okay, which share is going to give better results, and all the tools which we use in India these days, like Grow or maybe some other, they all have these AI tools integrated into them, and they basically get the data. A lot of data is there in trading, and on the basis of the data, they suggest that, okay, this is how it is going to behave in the next few days. We also have robo advisors. Now, robo advisors are basically used for wealth management. Earlier, we used to have financial advisors. Now it is being replaced by robo advisors. So now they redirect their applications or maybe pass on to the human financial advisor only after taking certain information. Okay, so we have robo advisors also for wealth management. One very interesting example of financial application of AI is like JP Morgan. Now, what they have done, they have developed and deployed a new software called COIN, COIN, right? Which is the short form of contract intelligence. And it does what? It automatically automates the document review for certain class of contracts. Now, earlier these of the documents used to take a lot of hours. So they have in fact suggested these reports. I have few links on the uh, the slides. All these are from the reports of the company itself. So JP Morgan suggested that earlier the this review of the documents used to consume like 360 uh, thousand man hours. Okay, and now it is being done in number of minutes only. So you can see how much time this AI system has saved. So it is for this reason that lot many AI tools are being implemented into the finance application. And there's a new term emerging called fintech. Fin is what? It comes from finance and tech is technology. So fintech is a very a good area where AI is being implemented. All right. Let's move on to other areas. Can it be implemented in HR? Is it being used? Yes. We have AI-powered recruitment tools. Okay. We have engagement and sentiment analysis tools. If the people are working in the organization, how they are behaving, how they are engaging themselves, this is also being analyzed by the AI tools these days. And we have also personalized training programs. Okay. Uh, Now, it is because of this reason that it has been suggested by many of the articles you would have seen over the internet that people are going back to the kind of CVs which has only text, no more certain graphics and designs and all. Why? Because most of the bigger organization they are having AI tools, and AI tools do what? They reject CVs which have a lot of images and formatting. So when it comes to bigger companies, the people are doing what? They are going back to the traditional, simple text-based CVs so that it is not being rejected by AI tools, right? So one of the example which I would like to talk about in this HR applications, AI applications, is the Culture app. Now, this is another AI platform which provides insights into the employee engagement. Okay, like what kind of engagement the employees is having, like if there is any address issue to be addressed, or maybe some improvements are required from that end. Some training is required from the from the employees end. So these are the things HR applications take care of. How it can be used in operations and supply chain. So basically, you can see the figure on the slide. This is a robot which is carrying a box and it is placing that box on the conveyor belt. Now, this is an actual example of actual figure image of Amazon warehouse. So you can see that Amazon is using robotic solutions in the warehouse. It's already using it, right? So uh, AI tools can be used for demand forecasting, for inventory optimization. Okay, the best example is Blinkit. You can see how they manage these things. So many people are ordering something and they immediately have it the inventory management is there. They know whether that is in the stock or not, that item is in the stock or not, right? So also demand forecasting is there. So Blinkit, Zomato, Swiggy, they all are using these AI tools for operations and supply chain management, right? We also have autonomous vehicles, robots, and drones, in fact, in logistics. These days, you must have heard about the drones are delivering the things. It has started in some countries, right? So operations and supply chain management is also using AI tool. Now, can it be used in strategic decision making? Yes, it is being used in strategic decision making. Also, we have applications like which is AI-driven market analysis. We have scenario planning for risk mitigation. Uh, One of the common example is like Tesla's AIM robotics. So they do use it for strategic decision making also, and for that reason, you see that every now and then Elon Musk comes up with new data, new idea. Okay, so it is because they use AI tools in strategic decision making as well. So far we have analyzed that generative AI has the power of revolutionizing the business applications. It is not only used in content creation. Generally, we think that, okay, generative AI can be used for content creation. No, it is just one of the area where it can be used. It can be used for data analysis and insights. It can be used for customer service. It can be used for product development. And it can be used even to have a startup edge. Now, why? Because as a startup, we don't want to invest too much into proprietary softwares. Now, when I talked about the fintech example, the financial softwares, most of the financial softwares are generally proprietary software. Proprietary softwares are softwares which we have to buy. We cannot use it as a free software, right? But there are many things which generative AI can do, and it's free of cost, like most of the generative engines are there. So, a startup which has just started, maybe a company, they can use and avail a lot of facilities from those kind of software. So, we can have an edge over others if we are using generative AI as well. Okay, so now let's take these things one by one. How it can be used in content creation. We already know that marketing materials, product descriptions, social media posts, all these things are being done by generative AI. There's a case, in fact, the link has been given on the slide that this uh, the company called Vanguard, right? They did what they have this personalized message sharing with their customers with the help of this generative AI systems. Okay, and they used to target each of their customers by personalized message. And we know that it's a human tendency that we like personalized messages, right? And because of that personalized messages in through the contents, the sales of Vanguard increases more by 15%, right? The case they have, in fact, it's in public domain. It has been, uh, it's a revolutionary case that just by using the personalized messages, the contents, we can increase our sale by 15%, right? Generative AI is also being used in data analysis and insights. How? One of the example is Salesforce. Now, Salesforce uses generative AI to enhance sales strategies. So you can just search on the internet. You'll have number of articles on how generative AI can be used for businesses on the Salesforce platform, on their blogs, right? Can they be used in customer service? Yes, of course. And we have examples like Sephora. Now, Sephora does what? Sephora often it offers tailored beauty recommendations. Okay. Now it can be used. It is being used in US by particularly by females for having beauty recommendation, like how the hair, what kind of hair person should have, whether it should be curly or straightened, or what kind of the tones of the beauty products match their skin, and so on. These are the recommendations by this software called Sephora. Okay, so it can be used for any kind of personalized instant solutions. Okay, product development, yes. Now you can see that how companies are coming up with the designs instantaneously. Every now and then we see that people, companies are coming with new designs. Why it is possible? Why it is possible? Because we have generative AI into existence. So it does what? It enables rapid prototyping and innovative design. Now, the figure you see on the right side is of a shoe by Nike, and this was designed by taking feedback from certain number of sport persons, and they all the feedback which they have given has been incorporated into the system, and this design has been produced. Okay, and the sports people, the persons, they have used this, in fact, shoe, and they have said that okay, whatever they suggested has been implemented, and the kind of grip and the lightweight and everything is being is there in this shoe. So you can see that this rapid prototyping and innovative design is also there with the help of what? With the help of generative AI, and the businesses are moving ahead with these things. Startup edge, we also we have just you talked about. So one example is Stitch Fix. It does what? It is used for styling recommendations. Okay, we have seen the beauty recommendation also tool. Now we are talking about Stitch Fix, which is a tool for styling. So fashion industry uses these kind of things. There's an article on Forbes about this generative AI tool, which helps us to get dress better, right? So the question which comes to our mind is everything good? So is it all goody goody? No, there are certain issues also. And the issues are basically like ethical concerns. So whenever we are using AI, there are ethical concerns like biasness in the AI system. We have seen that uh, for example, Amazon, they had this hiring software which was used in HR. Now, later on, they realized that the hiring which that AI system was doing, that AI system was taking mostly men, and they were rejecting female candidates. Now, why it was biased? Because it has analyzed the past data that most of the people who are working in the organization is male. Thereafter, the system decided that okay, males should be given advantage over females, and that is why it was rejecting female applications. So sometimes AI systems can have bias. So it is basically necessary for the people who are developing AI system to check data of all kind and remove any kind of bias if that comes into that system. So this can be done during development phase, right? Or maybe later on when when the people realize that okay, the system is not giving results exactly, it is biased. Okay. Also, we may have some privacy issues. So privacy, the data, because AI system uses a lot of data. So that data needs to be preserved. It should not be leaked. We have like privacy issues like the pictures, talk about pictures and the Ghibli art of that has been leaked to ChatGPT, and ChatGPT is drawing Ghibli art on the basis of all the pictures it is getting. Right. Also, transparency and accountability is also one of the ethical concerns. Now, what do we mean by transparency in AI systems? So, because the AI system checks the data and then it comes up with some solution, right? Now, that solution can be like uh, we sometimes as a human we would like to know how this AI system has analyzed the data and how it has decided that okay, this needs to be done. So sometimes that is not the case. AI system just recommends okay, this is the best suitable example for this person, but why he doesn't know. So transparency is not there. Okay, explainability is not there. Accountability also is sometimes missing. So this is also ethical concern. So maybe it has suggested that if you invest in that share price is going to be great in future, and the person has invested, and suppose the market not behaves that, who will be accountable? The person uses fintech and he is in loss. So accountability is also not there. So these are some of the issues which is debatable, which is like being looked into. AI is still into new into the system, so it will take some time to adjust to these things. Now this is a famous diagram, uh, flowchart, which says, is it safe to use ChatGPT? Right. So uh, this example says that okay, we can use ChatGPT when the output matters. Okay, does it matter if the output is true? Yes. Okay, then you can use it. But uh, when it matters, you the next question is: do you have the expertise to verify that the output is accurate? If we don't have the expertise, and that output matters, please don't use ChatGPT. So it's unsafe to use ChatGPT. But if you have the expertise, okay, if you have the expertise and you are willing to take full responsibility of the output, then you can possibly use ChatGPT. On the other hand, if the output doesn't matter, it's just for fun and for simple reasons, then we can use ChatGPT. So responsibility, accountability has to be there. So if you are using ChatGPT, don't think that it is going to give you great results, because what is happening? We are having biasness in the system. We are having privacy issues also. We are having issues about transparency, accountability. And very recently, we have seen that ChatGPT is also having things like hallucination. It is creating few things which is not existing at all, and it is suggesting that this was there. Okay. So how this all changes in AI system, the things which are taking place, uh, what we can learn by that. We will learn, what we can learn is that there will be some job displacements because of the changing nature of the job. It is not that AI will take away our jobs, it will create new jobs. Okay. So what do we need? We need to reskill ourselves. We need to upskill ourselves. Okay, and we should not resist to any kind of change. If we don't learn about AI, maybe we'll have problems in future, because scientists have said that like the electricity has changed the world, AI is the new electricity. So it is going to change. We'll have AI everywhere very soon. So these are the workforce challenges. So we need to reskill ourselves. We need to upskill ourselves so that we are ready for future. What are the implementation barriers? So implementation barriers are like it is costly, it has high cost. And apart from the cost, the second most important thing is that it is dependent on data. So if your data is not good, AI system cannot do anything, because it is going to do what? It is going to find patterns in the data and then suggest something. So you need to have good data in order to use AI. And also sometimes, because we are having agile systems, old systems, uh, integration of AI into the existing system is also a kind of barrier. So these are things to be taken care of. So 5 minutes more. So I'll just give you some examples which we all can use on ChatGPT. Like if suppose this is a prompt based on the following data, segment customers into frequent buyers, seasonal shoppers, and bargain hunters. So I've given what? I've given a number of uh, cases, like customer A does what, customer B does what, customer C does what. Okay, and then I've asked through this prompt that give me three clusters of frequent buyers, seasonal shoppers, and bargain hunters. And now it is going to give me what? It is going to give me a result which will be something like that in tables, which will have like customer D and G are frequent buyers, customer E is a seasonal shopper, customer A is a bargain hunter, and so on. The example which we discussed earlier also. This was just a few example. You can upload the Excel sheet also, and then try to analyze the data, and it is going to segment it into number of buyers. Okay, categories of buyers. Another example which you all can check on ChatGPT is like suppose I have given data of monthly sales of like maybe in this case it is smartphone and okay. So I have given like 120 in January, 150 in February, and all the months sales I have given data. And then I tell to analyze the sale patterns, seasonal trends, and customer reviews. If I am giving some customer reviews also, to forecast future demands. So it is going to give what? It is going to give the seasonal trends like, okay, product A witnesses a surge in sales during the festive season, especially in November and December. Okay, product B, higher demand in summer and monsoon. So these kind of things we can get. If I upload customer review also, it can analyze the review, and it can give results of reviews as well. I can have certain insights also on the basis of data, like this is the analysis of sales pattern of the season trend of product A and B. Okay, so this is how we can use softwares or AI tools for our own convenience in businesses. There are further examples like how this can be. If I ask on the okay, and these kind of things can happen. So what is the future of AI? Future of AI is retrieval augmented generation. Now, as we have just talked about that there are few certain issues like the hallucination example of ChatGPT. In order to remove that, now all the AI systems are trying to get into RAG, which is retrieval augmented generation. So here we'll see that people the people will get the link also. Okay, if AI is suggesting something, then it is going to give the link also that okay, it has been verified from that link that okay, this happens. Also, AI ethical framework, which we talked about, that there are some ethical issues, privacy issues. Now, this is a trend that people are talking about. It is going to be implemented it is going to be taken care of in AI tools in future. So, uh, what is call to action for all of us? We need to understand AI's role in our career, that okay, how my career is going to be affected by AI, what is the skill I need to do, how I can update myself, how I can reskill myself so that don't have any kind of problem in the future. All right. So this is all from me. I have just finished exactly at 10. So I'll be happy if I have a few questions from your side. Uh, yes. Any quick question? You can drop in your question in the chat box if you want. No? All right. So, Pankaj sir, I think we should stop here then. Okay, we have one question from Shailendra. Yes, Shailendra, you can unmute yourself and ask the question.
Sir, mic is not allowed to attendees, so I'll have to provide the
Okay,
mic.
okay, okay.
Jain, good
Yes,
morning to
Shailendra.
all.
Yes, Shailendra sir.
So basically, my question is when we talk about generic AI, are we really able to conclude our predictions or our calculation when we are having a situation of such a disturbed geopolitical based situations? Because that is affecting the entire business scenario.
Look, as I have already told that the system will be biased, right? Biasness may come into the system. So not necessarily whatever the situation we are giving to the system, it is going to analyze it in a better way. So it depends upon certain situation. Like it can be used for the betterment, and it is certainly being used in businesses to give insights so that on the basis of that insight, further actions can be taken. Right.
Actually, sir, let me take a
Yes.
live example. Recently, around 8 billion USD, that is the support finance being given to, that was actually announced, not given, but even after 4 months, that fund haven't been moved to Ukraine. And at the same time, when we are talking about the rest of the things related to that business,
There, uh,
that is a problem.
generative AI. Okay, Shailendra, generally the generative AI which we are using is basically a free version, right? In most of the cases. The AI proprietary softwares give better results. So, most of the companies, business companies, they are using proprietary softwares. They have better data analysis capabilities. They have better data versions also. Uh, the free versions, they will not be so accurate. It's just an example. It's just a prototype kind of thing, which they are implementing it in the market. They are using it in the market. But the proprietary softwares, the better version, which is the paid version, they certainly give good results. Okay, Ayush has raised his hand. Let's have a quick question from Ayush as well.
Thank you, sir.
All right.
Yes, Ayush.
Hi, sir. How can I use AI in my contract work or construction work?
Okay, there are certain AI systems which is being used in infrastructure management as well. Okay, so like I have given you examples of usage of AI in marketing, finance, HR, operations. It is being used in each and every field these days, right? So even in infrastructure management, we have certain AI systems which is being implemented. So, but they are obviously not free versions. They are proprietary versions. You need to pay for that software in order to get the results, right? But we can certainly use the free version softwares like ChatGPT, etc., for some of the analysis which we have already seen in the lecture only. So maybe some data you can pass on from infrastructure and take the help of AI tools. Okay, so let's move on to question from OP Yadav.
Sir, before that, I would like to request everyone, please fill your feedback form. I have provided a link into chat box. Kindly click on that also.
Feedback forms are very important, so please do fill the feedback forms, right? Okay, so we'll just take two, three more questions and then we'll stop, right? So we have question from OP Yadav, Mankirat, and Harsh. That's all. Okay.
Good morning, sir. My question is, can you please light some example on use of AI in oil and gas management?
Okay. Yes, oil and natural gas is also using AI, right? Very recently, I was reading a research paper, and they are basically into like predicting. The AI system is basically used in predicting which area is better for exploration, because in oil and natural gas, the drilling is very costly, and you cannot be sure of like how like whether you'll get oil after drilling in that particular area or not. So these days AI system is being used to analyze the data in proper way so that we can when we go for drilling, our cost can be saved. There are a lot of papers in fact on Scopus on these usage of AI systems in drilling as well. Okay, so let's move on to Mankirat. And finally, we'll have one question from Harsh.
Yes,
Okay,
Mankirat.
sir. Sir, my question is basically that when is our MBA, or like when is our journey is going to start at like when is our program going to start? Today's our orientation day, I know, but still, sir, I just wanted to ask that question.
Okay, you have just taken admission in first year.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
We'll
I'm
be
taking in
having
2026 January.
okay, we'll be having your orientation next week. For first year, we'll be having orientation on 18th, right? So 18th orientation will be there, and thereafter the classes will start. So
Uh,
you'll be informed everything in the orientation. Okay,
okay, sir.
so our program lead, Dr. Kabir Sharma, will be taking the orientation next week with all of you.
Okay,
Okay,
sir.
Harsh,
Hello, good morning, sir.
good morning.
I also have same question which already someone asked how we use AI in oil and gas field. So I already get done, sir. Thank you, sir.
Okay. Just for the benefit of all, what you can do is you can just go to Google Scholar. There's a research site, Google Scholar, because AI is a field which is evolving, which is developing each and every day. So what you can do is go to Google Scholar and type in like under double quotes oil and natural gas, and then plus, and then under double quotes artificial intelligence. You'll get some paper out of it. Similarly, you can search for all the areas in which you're working. So you'll get the recent research papers about how AI is affecting your area. Okay, so I think we'll stop here. I could see still few questions are coming, but I do have another lecture coming up. So we'll be meeting in classes. So if you have a quick question, you can just type in the chat box. I'll try to answer that. Otherwise, we'll stop and yes. Any quick question in the chat box?
Sir, can we change specialization after first year?
Yes, in case of MBA, it is possible. You can change the specialization after first year, but in case of MCA, it is not possible, right? So you'll be told about all these things in the orientation class. I would request all of you to ask these kind of question in the orientation because it already covers all these areas. But still, if you have any kind of query or confusion regarding the academic orientation, please do attend the session next Sunday. Okay, so I'll stop here. Thank you all. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you so much, everyone, for joining the
Thank you, sir.
session.
Thank you.
See you all in such kind of session in Sundays. Thank you so much.